Let's just get started because I have been waiting for this trailer for so long. The whole Frontier Pass has been building up to this huge rework for all of these civs, and I just want to get onto it, so let's just get started.
Hello Civ fans, welcome to the final, I can't believe we're saying that, free game update of the season for Sid Meier's Civilization VI. We're so thrilled to have taken this journey with you. Our community is absolutely vital to our development process, and we couldn't have done it without you.
Today we're going to be announcing a few of the details of some of the balance changes you can expect in this update.
But first, for all of you TrueStart location fans, this update includes a TrueStart Mediterranean and a TrueStart Huge map. We've also updated the AI to make better use of naval units. This should raise the stakes for travel on the high seas and encourage you to make even more interesting choices around naval production and warfare.
We're excited to introduce 3 brand new units that every civilization will be able to train. The Line Infantry, the Men-at-Arms, and our most requested new unit by popular demand, we bring you the Trebuchet.
Because these new free additions changed the pacing of units in some areas, we re-examined unit strengths across the board and made changes in several places. This helps the new units feel like appropriately weighty upgrades, but also smooths out some previous combat differences.
We've been missing some melee units here.
Speaking of differences, the moment you've all been waiting for, tweaks to previously released civilizations.
Yes.
I had the incredible opportunity to help design some of these changes based on the feedback that you have all been sharing with us on various forums over the past year. And as many of you know, while I do have the privilege to work on Civ, I'm also a passionate fan of the game, so I am as excited as you are to see these updates.
Please note that all of these changes are available for free, but may apply to leaders and civilizations that are sold separately. Batteries not included, all rights reserved.
Spain can now form fleets and armadas with mercantilism and received increased gold, faith, and production from trade routes. Trade routes between multiple continents further boost these returns. Cities not on Spain's home continent receive increased production towards districts and a free builder when founded.
Oh, now that is
now
nice.
Provides bonus faith per population and bonus amenities for cities with aqueducts. Their farms provide additional food when adjacent to an aqueduct, and now additional faith when adjacent to a holy site. Jayavarman now grants holy sites a major adjacency bonus to rivers, their usual culture bomb, and food equal to the holy site's adjacency bonus, as well as the usual additional housing if adjacent to a river.
As China, when you complete a world wonder, you now also receive a random eureka and inspiration from that wonder's era.
Okay, China did not need a buff.
This maintains China's wonder building tendencies regardless of era and whether Qin Shi Huang or Kublai Khan leads them.
Mapuche's Civ ability now gives cities with an established governor additional culture, production, and combat experience for all units trained in that city. These numbers are significantly boosted for cities not founded by Mapuche. All cities within 9 tiles of a city with a Mapuche governor gain additional loyalty per turn towards Mapuche.
That's going to be really good for forward
combat
settling.
bonus now applies against free cities as well as civilizations in a golden age, and civs in a golden age lose even more loyalty when one of their units is defeated by the Mapuche.
Canada's leader ability now provides even more increased yields from mines, camps, lumber mills, and even farms on snow and tundra tiles, making those tiles better than other terrain types for them. Canada's Mounties are now cheaper to build and have additional combat strength as well as an additional national park charge.
We've also made changes to many other civilizations, like the much-debated Georgia. Look for the complete list in our patch notes.
To sum up, we also have 2 new TSL maps, better AI for navies, and 3 new units, including a trebuchet. All of which have been directly inspired by your feedback and is free for you to enjoy.
Civ fans, you're the best fans in gaming. Please keep mashing those follow buttons so you never miss out on any news about Sid Meier's Civilization. Because you know we're always over here taking one
more
turn.
Okay, well, that seems like it is it for this update. I just want to go back and look over some of the changes they mentioned. So, first of all, they have these changes here, and this is for the Navy stuff. They added a bunch of free units. The Trebuchet was definitely the most highly requested unit. And then they have some interesting new infantry units. I really was looking actually for a horse archer, but I mean, I guess it's okay that we don't have one. That's provided by the unit mod. I forget what it's called. It's like Red's Units Reforged or something, or Warfare Expanded. Anyhow, I really love that we have some men-at-arms. Interesting name for them, because I kind of like referring to them as militia. maybe a halberdman or a halberdier would be more efficient, since it looks like they're some kind of pikeman. But I really love their design, and this is going to be great, I think, because it is a midway section from the swordsman to the rifleman, so you're going to have at least one other unit to kind of flesh that out, since the medieval era was really lacking any sort of infantry for that. And then I want to talk about some of the buffs here. The trebuchet is cool too. I really don't use siege units too much, since I'm not really too big into domination, but I understand some people that really like to exploit domination games like the Spiffing Brit are really going to love that. So I also love the design too. But yeah, that's really, really cool. That is the line infantry. Okay. And I think, are they just they're an upgrade from the musketmen, I think. So not too sure what's going on there, but I'm sure other people will break that down. But I really wanted to get onto the civ buffs here. So they have additional, I think they can form fleets and armadas earlier, though I think they could always do that at mercantilism. I may be wrong, but what is really going to be helping them out is the additional production from trade routes, and then they get district production, and they also get free builders when settling on other continents, which means you can probably skip out the government district for the Spanish and then go straight to conquering and just build that warlord's throne. And then we have buffs to the Kume, which I am really not that enthusiastic about. It looks like the Persat was really buffed. Holy crap. Plus 0.5 culture. Okay, they needed that. They really needed that. And then plus 10 tourism. Okay. That's actually really going to help. I didn't even see that about the Persat. That is going to be really, really helpful. That additional culture per population. The Kume love getting huge cities, so I will definitely be trying that out. And then they get Grand Berets. Did they buff this? Okay, and they get additional faith for that. They're really going to tie well with the secret societies there. So who was the last one they mentioned? I don't think they mentioned any more. Oh, Mapuche. Okay, he also was being requested to have a big buff, and he is one of the 40 civs getting one. And it looks like he gets +1 production from the Kimimul now. It would be really nice if they could actually sync well with the preserves, and you could build them next to preserves to kind of max out that culture. But that's perfectly fine. And I think they got a buff, to Tokwi. So now he's not purely military focused. So he gets cities with an established governor, provide +5% culture, +5% production, and then +10% experience. And then does he get a bonus per governor promotion? Ooh, I don't think he does. But he does gain additional loyalty, so that is okay. And then he gets better scaling loyalty debuffs from killing early enemy units. So I think Georgia also has hinted to get a buff too here. And Canada also got a buff, so I'll let you cover them really quickly too. The ice hockey rink, did they get a buff? I think they already provided food and production and the additional culture, but they get a huge buff towards mines. It used to be 1 production, and then lumber mills also used to be 1 production, as well as camps. And farms also was just 1 food, and then camps was 1 food as well. So that is just a flat, huge buff to Canada. I don't know how much that will buff them up, but it's still going to allow them to survive in tundra early on, at least until they get the ice hockey rink, and can really go for either a diplomatic victory or a tourism victory, because the 4 Faces of Peace is nothing to scoff at in terms of earning extra diplo favor. So Georgia also got a buff too. I think they showed it. Here it is. So just show me the buff here. Okay, here we are. Combat victories provide faith equal to 50% of the combat strength of the defeated units. I hope that counts for barbarian units, and it's not just like for civilizations with Montezuma and the Aztecs. Let me just see here. Building, did they change the CK? 3 tourism, 4 faith. Okay, I don't think they changed the CK. Maybe they gave it tourism, I think, maybe for conservation. And then did they buff the Kev Sewer? I think it was +5, though you might need to correct me there. And then dedications. Okay. Maybe, I think it's only the combat victories they changed with Georgia. If that's the case, I may be a bit disappointed. They might have also changed the envoys. I think it used to be +1. I'm not too sure. I'm not a huge Georgia player, but that is a bit disappointing. Because Georgia really isn't that combat oriented. If anything, you're going to be defending a lot. So you're going to, I guess, want to strategically get people to declare war on you by not building an army, but then that kind of contradicts getting combat victories, since it's going to be harder to get victories with your armies. So it's kind of odd there. I guess you're just going to have to rely on your CK for kills, but that's really weird. I was hoping they'd be able to like faith buy buildings, but that's okay. They really needed a Kev sewer buff, so I hope they at least got something there. Anyhow, I'm still really pleased with this update. I really am excited to see some of these changes. The Kume actually, I was initially disappointed, but I didn't see the Prasad buffs. So they used to be one of my favorite civs just because of how simple it was and how cool they could be with their unique playstyle, having the ability to either go get a culture victory with apostles or go for a faith victory, either way, which is really cool. And they're just super, super versatile, so I love seeing that culture buff, and I think they could really be a top contender for being a super powerful civ now. But if you guys are excited for this, please let me know which civ you want to see me live stream soon. And we should be getting around to that when the next patch drops. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys later. This has been Civ Extraordinaire. Peace. All right. Bye-bye.